Are you super excited for Assassin's Creed Valhalla like me? Well, you should be, and like a little child on Christmas Eve, I cannot contain my excitement much longer. I'm a big fan of Norse mythology, and over the last couple of years, I've watched a lot of Viking set films and shows. So this list is the best shows and films to give you a good idea of how Viking culture works, as it is quite unique. Now, since these films and shows are glorified productions, and kinda glammed up for TV, they are not 100% historically accurate, nor will the new game be. If Assassin's Creed Valhalla was 100% accurate, it would be a very bleak game. So, no literal knights in the comments trying to enlighten us how they're using the wrong type of axe and armour in any of these productions, because no one cares. To kickstart the list is the most obvious one, and that's the series Viking. It originally aired in 2013 and it's the most well known and popular Viking series to date. The series showcases the exploits of a man called Ragnar Lothbrok, a real Norseman who rose to fame from a simple farm boy to raid in England and France. I would say spoiler warning, but this kinda happened hundreds of years ago. But he eventually builds so much wealth and power, he becomes a Scandinavian king. In the later seasons, it follows his sons trying to achieve the same. The series was praised on the fact it doesn't really rely on sex and action to drive the story. Although these things are included, it relies heavily on the spiritual, intellectual and emotional drive. It's a high budget show, so everything looks squeaky clean. Number 2 on the list is The Last Kingdom, which is currently on Netflix in the UK. This one is my personal favourite. It shows a Danish clan of Vikings arriving on the shores of England, looking to settle for its farmable land and nice weather. After pulling some dirty tactics against the three kings of Northumbria, the Vikings win and take over the territory, and in the process enslaving the son of one of these kings. The boy's Viking master quickly becomes fond of him, and eventually he is treated and respected like a Danish Viking. However, after a tragedy, he is wrongly accused of the death of his adoptive Viking family and is exiled from the Danish. Not knowing where to look, he starts to work with King Alfred in order to earn back what is rightfully his in Northumbria, maybe looking to even reclaim his father's land. The series focuses on the hardship he faces as an English nobleman raised as a Dane who suddenly is resented by both factions. It further focuses on the battle between Norse mythology and, at the time, very depressing Roman Christianity. The English saw Christianity as a way of defeating the Danes. This series is super helpful as it shows a lot of King Alfred, who is sure to be a massive character in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and how much he impacted this time period. The first 2 seasons achieved 86 and 87% Rotten Tomatoes, with the 3rd season sitting at an astounding 100% Rotten Tomatoes. Definitely one to watch. Number 3 is the film Beowulf, which released in 2007. A bit different, this one is a fully CGI'd film based on the poem detailing the exploits of Beowulf, a character in a legendary Viking poem who over his life defeated 3 legendary monsters. This obviously is not a realistic look at the Vikings, however it is one of the most important pieces of literature from that period. We also have a DLC listed already for Assassin's Creed Valhalla titled Beowulf, so this film would give some clarity on what that mission might entail and show what it's loosely based on. Number 4 is another film called Valhalla Uprising. This stars the legendary Mads Mikkelsen, who in my opinion is one of the most talented actors of our generation. If you have a weak stomach, stay away from this film. It follows a man enslaved by the Danes for his Christian faith. It follows him with other Christian fanatics as they start an uprising to gain religious and physical freedom. This is not going to be your typical Viking action film. It's dark, depressing and gritty, and shows even more of the battle of Norse gods versus Christian followers. Its vibe reminds me of a lower budget The Revenant in a Viking setting, as most of Mads' emotion is displayed on his face instead of lots of dialogue. It's very slow paced, and if you struggle to follow plots or find the hidden meanings behind films, then stay away from this one. It's not your average hit the enemy, oh look he's dead type film. Last on the list is a bit of a joke. with a score of 37% Rotten Tomatoes. This film is so bad it's good. You'll be laughing instead of taking it seriously. But if you wanted the answer to what would Vikings fighting aliens look like, then there's Outlander. I think what makes this film hilarious is that the director wanted this film to be taken seriously in the sci-fi industry. To be honest, you won't learn much about Viking culture here, but you will learn how an alien man can ally with them to take down a deadly alien predator. It is however made with great special effects and production level is high with a budget of 47 million American dollars. It was trying to gain a cult fan base like Cowboys vs Aliens, but I'm not sure it achieved what it hoped out to. Nevertheless, it is quite funny to watch, there are some good action scenes, and it is set in a Viking area. Well, that's my top 5 list. I'm sure someone will disagree with me, so make sure you tell me your favourite Viking movies and series down below. Like I said, being 100% historically accurate was not a statistic in making this list. Go easy on that one. If you're just as excited to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla as I am, then be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you can actually see when I upload more Assassin's Creed content. It's been Holy Atom, and I'll see you next time.